Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier for 9 to 42, and today's guitar lesson is on Felt Like Playing Guitar and Not Singing by 2 Feet. Someone requested this, so if you've got any requests, put it in the comments section. I'll try and get around to it. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. It's Andy Hillier, 9 to 42. Okay, so the solo from Felt Like Playing Guitar and Not Singing. Well, actually, it's most of the song. There's a little weird bit at the beginning which I didn't work out. Okay, so I've broken it down into sort of 3 parts, I suppose. The first bit goes like this. And it actually goes round twice in the song. So we're going to start on D7, and then we're going to do a slide from G5 to G7. And then we're going to play G5 going into the next bar. So the first phrase, it starts on 3 hands. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then it's going to do a fast little slide from 5 to 7. And then a little slide into 4 from fret 3. I haven't written the 3 on there, but it's just a slide in from fret 3 to fret 4, going into the 3rd bar. Sorry that I've written this, handwritten this, rather than putting it on the computer, but it was just a lot quicker for me to do it this way. So that second phrase in the second bar, starting from the 5-7 slide, goes. So from the beginning you get 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Then the next phrase is G5, then G4, and then D7. And then again another slide going from 5 to 7, but this time on the D string. So that sort of 3rd phrase goes. And then the last phrase is just a hammer on from A5 to A7. So the first phrase, it repeats twice. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next phrase is going to start like this, which is A7, then D5, hammering onto D7, and then play G5. And it's just a little blues curl, a little bend out of tune, and then it goes to D7. So it goes, again starting on 3 hands, 1, 2, 3. The next phrase starts with a G7, bending up and down. And then you can do a 5 to 7 on the G string, a hammer on. So it goes. And then the next phrase does another G7 bending up and down. This time it's going to do G5 to D7. And then to finish off that line, it's going to play D7, D5, A7, A5, and then a slide from A5 to A7. So this second line, kind of the B section, goes like this. 1, 2, 3. And it repeats. 2, 3. Okay, so that line repeats twice as well, and then it kind of goes on to a guitar solo section, which starts off. So that's the first line of the guitar solo. A7, D5, D7, G5, back to D7, and then A7. So that first part of that line goes. Or slowly. And it's going to do a hammer on from G5 to G7, and then play G5, and then a fast little flurry of notes going D7, pulling off to D5, and then A7. Okay, so from the beginning of that line goes. We're up to speed. Okay, and then it starts the next phrase, kind of again, going A7, D5, D7, G5, back to D7, and then A7. So it's like same as the beginning of the line. And then it's going to do a G5 to G7 hammer on, and then G5, and then G7 bending up and down. So the whole of that line, nice and slow, goes. Up to speed. The next line goes. Well, that's how it starts. G5, D7, G5, G7, bending up G7, not returning it down, just bending it up, and then you play a normal G7, and then G5, D7, and G5. So from the beginning of that, and then it goes D7, A5, oh sorry, A7, and then D5, D7, a little bend out of tune on the G5, so, and then it repeats that phrase again, so it's, okay, and then we've got a G5, and then on the G string you're going to do a slide from 7 to 9, and then play B8, and then it does a slide back down from G9 to G7, but it's faster than the one before. It goes, so a real nice quick fast slide, and then G5, D7, G5, and then G7. So the whole of that line goes nice and slow. It goes. Okay, up to speed. Okay, on to the next line. It does this cliche lick that we've heard a million times. We're playing the G7, bending it up, and then play B5 and E5. So it starts like that, and it's going to do that 5 times. The first one's slower, the rest of them are all in sort of time. So it goes. And then it's going to play B5 twice, and then B8. So from the beginning of the line, you've got. And then we're going to play G7, B5, and then G7, pulling off to G5, down to D7. And then a G5. So it goes. And then you're going to play the D7, G5, G7, G7 bending up and down, and then G5, D7, and G5. So let's go from the second half of the line. It goes. So the whole of the line goes. Okay, and then the last line of the solo goes. So it starts with a little pull off going from D7 to D5, then A7, and then back to D5, D7, and then G3, G5, and it does that phrase again. So it does that phrase twice. And then plays G7, D7, G5, and then bends up G7, and it gradually lets it go like drops it down to the normal 7, but slows the rhythm of the pick down. So, and then it comes back in, which was the very beginning phrase. Okay, it's quite a lot to get through, so let's see if we can play it all the way through. First line and the second line are repeated, then the rest just carries straight through. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. First line again. There's a big pause in this. Let's go on to the B section. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And repeat. On to the next line. Something like that. It wasn't 100% perfect, but you get the idea. The transcription is, I think, spot on because I slowed it down and listened to it and worked it out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, especially the person who requested it, thanks for the request, by the way. So if you've got any requests for songs, if you put them in the comment section, just give me some comments as well because it helps me out. Just say hi if you've liked it, or any requests for songs, put it in there. Or how you thought this video was. I'd really appreciate any feedback. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, which is Andy Hillier 9 to 42. I'd really appreciate that. Give us a like as well. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.